Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esea premiere broadcast here on the B stream of ESL CS:GO. We've got an interesting matchup on tonight. It's going to be between Watch This and Oceanus Gaming, and I'm going to go ahead and hop into the game because they've already apparently gotten it underway just as soon as my OBS input cooperates. There we go. Boom. All right, we're in the action, John. It's me, Darth Mike. It's JRT. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, I just realized I messed up. I need to turn the volume on in game. John, everything's fine. It's all fine. Just back on camera for a second. All right, now we got game audio. Everything's good. Talk to the lovely people, John.
Well, I mean, we have an interesting matchup to say the least here tonight. We were supposed to have the Commission playing up against Recon 5, but that didn't go down. Anyway, let's go back to the action that's going down here. Joel's going to get one, Mile going to get a second, and pretty much everyone for Watch This is down for the count except for Greed. And Greed is going to get one on the board for his squad. So a 1v2 here. So for Watch This, Greed is actually Rusty, but he's going to go by Greed here as Yu's going to get that final frag. And Eat is Daryl. But we're still going to call them by what they are in the server, as mentioned. Yeah, so the records for each team, Mike. Watch This, 1-6, sitting at number 9 in the West, and actually, technically, 0-6, because the win was a forfeit win.
Yep.
Not a good season for them. We'll see if they can get something going as the season closes out, but they've missed the playoffs for sure. Versus Oceanus, who still have a chance for playoff spot, sitting at 4-3, but one of those is actually a forfeit loss, so technically 4-2, as Joel's is going to spray down Demon to make it a 5v4 against Watch This.
I think that forfeit loss was against Extra Salt, though, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, yes.
So I'm willing to count that one as a 4-3. I think that, look, maybe they would have been able to put up a fight. It would have been incredible if they could give that series and you know, win it. That'd be an awesome cap to take. But if you gave up the FFL, I'm content with saying you probably would have lost that one. This round is a bit of a sweep. Nothing interesting happened, to be quite frank. I don't even think Oceanus really got to shoot back. So they are dead. For context on this roster, Oceanus did all of the shooting. Watch This didn't get to shoot back. For context on this Watch This roster, they aren't just winless in series. They have not won a map yet.
Yep.
They have exactly one map where they win above 10 rounds. They took GGPR to OT. Was that on Mirage, John?
It was on Mirage, yes. Okay,
so that is one map where they took them to OT. Otherwise, they have not gotten more than 10 rounds in this season. This round, though, looking good for them. Vulcan and E can get some kills top mid. Can they see this one through? It's just SMG down towards underpass. Needs to get away. Joel's will do so. But now look at this. 5 players alive, full rifles up, some utility to try and get in towards site. And if they do opt to go towards A, there's only one player to hold them at bay. Elsewhere, if they do go through with this cat play, could run into some problems by the bricks. But it actually does seem like they're going to go A. And there's a rotation on here for Oceanus. They seem to have read this off of something. They got a player back in towards Palace, 2 rotating through spawn. This could actually work out. If they catch Eat Demon, does he eat demons or is he a demon who eats? That's my question. Well, that might be another rifle retrievable. Joel's going to get caught going through the murder hole, though. It lives up to his name. Now the question is, can they do further damage? A little bit. Melio finds one, but he's lost his teammate. His utility might even be worth keeping through to the round, but he's going to start to drop it. So the value, fast escaping, and it seems like he's going to go for a play. Smokes it off. Backs away. Okay, he'll save what little he has, and Oceanus will concede a round. Watch this. They're on the board.
Yeah, Oceanus so far, over the last 3 months, I should say so far this year, have played Mirage twice. 1 win, 1 loss, 42 rounds for, 38 rounds against for a +4 round differential, so decent on it. They also have a 1-0 record in league play here. They won against GGPR 60-10 for a +6 round differential. So not too shabby on it. Watch This, as mentioned, have not won a single. Oh, they got the final frag too. Okay, no gun saved over for Oceanus. But yeah, Watch This, as mentioned, 0-4 on Mirage, 38 rounds for, 67 rounds against for a -29 round differential. But of all the maps they've played, they did have that OT against GGPR. They went 10-16 loss against Eclipse. Then you see the Bad News Bear result, and you realize, okay, Bad News Bears are amazing on Mirage, so that's not too surprising. They lost 6-16. But the SKDC one's a little more surprising to me, Mike. Just played them and lost 6-16, and that roster was also winless going into that match.
I mean, look, here's the reality is to the best of my knowledge, this team is a pug. I would be surprised to hear otherwise. A lot of these players were recently and may still be competitively in Valorant. They had a roster spot. They're playing with the roster spot. This is the Recon 5 roster spot, right? Is that's the origin of
Yes.
this roster spot? Yeah. So
Yep.
they've kept it going. My expectations are not very high for this team. If they do something good, I will be very pleasantly surprised, but we're likely going to see them running very straightforward plays, very basic plays. See if maybe they could get caught off by something like Melio under the balcony. The spongy spot that we talked about last night, Melio gets one. Would have liked another, but he did get a tag on the Jet, so this could be a bit concerning. Vulcan's coming up mid-late. Could have gotten caught there. That would have been a rifle down, but instead he gets the best of Mile. Bomb now down. Good post plant. This should be a-okay for watch this. Just Deagles on the other side. No utility to get forward. No kit. It looks like they're just going to swing from Ticket. Well, Green's going to take the first and the second. Not quite the third. That spray really went wide. But now it's just Use. Use. He's going to be a bit useless in this round as there were just too many targets to find. And we got a tie scoreline here. 2-2.
Yeah. Watch this. Not doing too badly so far. And I think... I want to, maybe you can remind me, Mike. I'm not sure if you remember, but in the DreamHack Masters Spring Open Qualifier, when they went to quadruple overtime, was it on Mirage against High Coast?
Oh, man, I do not remember. I remember looking at the result and thinking, huh. But I can look it up for you. Let's see. It was on Mirage. Yes.
There we go. So maybe we'll see. Yeah.
That was a very good showing for Oceanus.
It was.
They ultimately lost it.
One thing to note is that Jules was the one carrying the load in that match. He was the only one at a positive kill to death differential. 51 frags, plus 10 KDD, and a 114.1 ADR.
Players out on towards B. There is presence towards Catwalk, and it seems like Jules is going to strike. That gets another. Now the bodies are starting to drop in a major way. We were watching the site anchor. But perhaps we shouldn't have been. Now Use comes in with some action of his own. It's going to be left to Jet and Eat. See if they can take a bite out of this round. Eat coming up, Catwalk, going to get some damage onto the bench player, but he's being swung by the second. It's all onto Jet. He has taken down Melio. Use is on 1 HP. So Mile is the true duel. That's who he's got to contend with. 40 seconds has time, but we'll of course have to make noise coming down off of this. There's a player in towards the jail spot, and his Krieg will go wild. Mile comes away with that kill. That's a tricky spray to hit with the Krieg. And ultimately, Oceanus do win the gun round to move out on top, but it's expensive. It's far from ideal. A bomb plant there would have made things very risky indeed in this next round. With 7,400 saved on Jet, this is still a viable purchase, and watch this could cause a lot of damage to Oceanus in the long run by taking a win here. They're not going to drop over to Eat, though, so Eat's on a Deagle. Jet's chilling with 2,300 in the bank.
Weird decision, I would say. I mean, they would go for rifles, but okay.
If you're not calming in the pre-round.
Wow, Mike. Savage.
I look, I don't know. I could be very wrong about this. I just, based on what these guys have been doing, what they were doing last season, their priorities as I understand them, I don't know how much team play there is. They're obviously going for set strats, so they've got the A execute with smokes. They've got some mid takes, some things like that. But one thing you'll see in rosters like this, where people aren't necessarily functioning as much as a team or as a something like that, why going haywire. Melio gets 2. Does get traded by Green. He's looking for more. Joel's looking to come out on the bench, and Joel's has succeeded. He's learned out here. He's going to catch the player planting, deny the bomb plant. And that stings because now the smokes will fade and the bodies will start to drop. It's all left to Jet. He is alone versus 4. The bomb out of reach. The smoke that was covering it is now fading, so he's just going to try and brawl this. Nothing to cover himself off with, and he will, in fact, hit the dirt. Oceanus, they find their 4th round, and now the economy is going to start to build.
Yeah, Oceanus trying to get on a bit of a run here. So Oceanus actually, Mike, started off with a slightly different roster at the beginning of the season. It was Vec, Joel's, and I believe Melio, along with KMZ and Castro. But then they added Use and Mile. I'm just going to double check to make sure I'm correct there. Yes, it was Use and Mile that were added afterwards. I'm not sure what happened with KMZ and Castro. Could have just been a standard roster change that they wanted to make, or things weren't working out, as is sometimes the case in NA. I say sometimes, maybe always. But yeah, it made sense though to pick them up. I mean, Use knows everyone that he's playing with on this roster because they're all French Canadian, except for Beck. And Mile, it's technically his 3rd season playing with these guys overall. So yeah.
Looks like we're going to get a little play in towards mid. They're coming up fast. Joel should be well positioned to deal with this. He catches the first. He's going to hold down the spray. Might run out of bullets here as a result. Indeed, he will. Problems now, but a player's coming back up on towards Catwalk. That's a good shot from Jet. The Deagle connects. Now there's a gun down on Cat. This is starting to get very concerning. A little bit of a hastiness in towards the hunt, but Utility will help them clear back through, and will now. It's just going to be a sweep up. Green has now made a noise, so they know he's here, and Vec will come in to get that kill. Perhaps a bit of unnecessary damage here, but Oceanus, they contain the bleeding. They stop it. And, yeah, John, this is about the way I expect this game to go. Obviously, that round there was just Deagles. This next round, we're going to get a gun by.
Yeah.
But as Oceanus get more and more comfortable in their setting, in their scenario, I expect most of these rounds to go well with that molly. All right, Mile. Someone bumped him up. Either that or he just missed through it. He missed the grate. He missed the grate. Oh, a little bit of damage here. Vec's gonna have to smoke to get his way out. No, he chooses not to. They drop a deep molly. He wants to fight this. Could be at serious risk. If they just rush him down, he's kind of screwed. They're gonna molly him to force him into the angle. Now he's got to smoke. Get the heck out of dodge, my friend. He's still got 3 nades. Use them. Use them. Now he uses the other one. That's going to be a nice nade right onto Vulcan. Now he's got a Molotov. Molotov's going to go down. That should separate these players out. The spam. He doesn't need to see. He's blinded. There's a smoke there. That's A-okay. They're doing the damage. Now there's a player on Catwalk. There's a crossfire from fence. Should be easy peasy. Well, Lemons, they get squeezied. One more player drops. Hughes comes away with a 4K. So there's he's putting it to use. All right, I'm gonna stop. I have to stop, John.
Was that twice or 3 times?
I've used my allotment of used puns. Oh God, I did it again. You cast now, John. I gotta re-educate myself. I gotta stop this.
Make it stop. No, but yeah, Use actually previous experience in Premier was on Way Too French, and that roster is kind of a ragtag team of people who were pulled together because the rest of the roster left to play Valorant, which was a little bit of a shame. So he didn't really get a chance to see what he can do in a proper structured team, but he's actually playing pretty well this season in the 2 matches he's been on the squad with. As I'm gonna get back to the action here, Joel's gonna get a 2K. Vec drops when, and Jet is gonna manage to find one, but he TK's Eat Demon. And then Vec gets the final frag. So, yeah, watch this.
I think the fact that Joel's ran out of bullets, pulled out the USP, and kept chasing gives you a general sense of how Oceanus is feeling in these rounds now.
Yeah. But just to finish my thought there on Use, yeah, in 2 matches, Mike, 40 frags, plus 10 kill to death differential, 85.2 ADR, and a 1.33 KDR. And I should say 2 maps, and they won that one, too. I was up against Eclipse, so not too bad for his debut with the squad.
Elio's taking aggressive ramp control. He's going to be up in here. Is he going to keep going? Ooh, nearly gets caught with a smoke in hand. That could have been very dangerous. He's going to be able to win the duel, though, and, well, drop a smoke. No one's quite in position to trade. Now they're coming over. They've walked through the smoke. Yeah, can't trust smokes. They're not walled. Up on the balcony will be one, but Joel's will be traded as he chose to commit into that fight. And now, suddenly, as I'm fumbling with the number keys, we have the site lost. This bomb's going to go down. And Oceanus are going to have to attempt a 2-on-3 retake. Make that a clutch scenario. Vec's got to do it all himself. Their money is robust enough to deal with this. Although saving a gun wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Especially if he could get his hands on that AWP hanging out by the bench. He is being flanked in towards mid, so if he comes around, it's going to be Eat, who's on pace for the ace. Looking for it, going for the clear. Ace denied. Nade would find Greed if he actually did throw it that time. Now, oh, fumbled the pin, missed through it. Didn't land where he wanted it to. He's not going to be able to get this kill, and now he'll just withdraw. Should be able to keep the gun alive at the very least. Eat. Almost got that ace. But a 4K from the man will see them through to a 3rd round.
Yeah, nicely done for Watch This. They managed to make something happen, but you're going to see them. If they do get rounds, it's going to be based off individual performances. I think that Oceanus, everyone played pretty well against Eclipse. I think 4 players had 40-plus frags throughout the BO3, so you like to see it, and we'll see if they can continue doing that as the season reaches its close. And Oceanus do have the opportunity at getting a playoff spot, as mentioned. Their schedule isn't too bad. It's kind of favorable. They are the ones in control of their own destiny, which has been the case in the past for the Oceanus squad, and they fumbled before. But let's get back to the action here. 131 on the clock.
Coming through the
11th
smoke.
round of play.
How does that work for Melio? How does he get that kill? He was completely turned away from it. He's not going to be able to get the second, but now there's 3 bodies on. Neck burning. He's toasted in sandwich. But Mile, well, he's going to bring back one. That op in play. It's down to a 2v3, and the health is not looking good from Gwen and Jet. Hopping onto the stairs. This is now the bomb committed to stairs and has the smoke phase. Well, that's the round over. Jet will be the last casualty, but as soon as the bomb gets dropped out towards stairs, it's all but unretrievable. Oceanus immediately answer back with a round of their own. It is 8-3, a 5-round lead, and well, this spot is getting funky. We got a scout out. We got an op out. We got an AK. Another one. Galil. All right, this wound up being a little bit more normal. Once I saw the scout come out, glass cannon scout. What's happening here? All right, I'm confused, John. He's got 1,200.
Well, they managed to get something together, and Jules does take down Demon. The tag comes through, but it's not enough to get that frag. And Greed, is gonna get the headshot on Vec to make it a 4v4. And Watch This haven't really committed to either site. They're just gonna regroup around T-spawn, pick up the bomb, and send 2 players into T-Aps. Probably gonna end up being 3, and they're gonna leave Eat hunting around mid, seeing if anyone's gonna come out there, and he'll meet them from Cat eventually. 2 players on the OCG side waiting at that B site. Hughes, who we talked about, he has the hot hand as of late. 10-3 on the server right now.
I really appreciate the fact that he's just so dedicated to inspecting his default skin. It's a nice skin. Look, the classics, you can't beat them. You really can't. Molly gonna go over and towards Van. Now he knows they're coming his way. Flashes out. There's already a player down. He took off the X-ray to really make this spicy for you, and he's gonna fluff all of his spray and die. Spotted 2 players, gets neither. But it is a 2v2, so his teammates might be able to get back through. Melio's going to flank through apartments, but that's going to take him a while. Fortunately for him, the bomb is down, and they're a little bit worried about the presence in window, so they don't want to grab it just yet. That should give him position to get into spot, but Eat's now seen the nade come out, and he might just chase this. Backing away is Joel's. Again, time trying to be bought here to give them the time to get Melio in position on this flank. Jet's now committing to the plant. This could be his doom. There's no one to help him, but it's a 1v2 now. A clutch scenario and an AK found, and there comes the kill. Nicely played from Melio. That's going to be a 9th round. It was a little bit more dangerous than it needed to be, but they will see it through. Now they're right on the precipice of double digits in this first half.
Joel's attracted a lot of attention for his teammate, and that's the reason why you see them come out with that round victory, because he allowed a 1v1 to form on that site. Then it was just 2 1v1s. Oceanus are playing pretty well when it comes to aiming here tonight. So they're going to get a 9th round on the board for themselves 9-3 in their favor. 3 M4s, an AUG, and an OP coming in for their side. And watch this, 4 AKs in the OP. So they got enough money to get a pretty decent buy-up. Do watch this. The full loss bonus, of course, taking effect. And Vulcan is going to have a look at what's going on underpass, Mike.
Catch a second. He would have killed the player in underpass, but as it is, he's going to go back. Look at it now. He does. There's a 3rd player there. He gets the kill. All right, Mile. Looking good in this round, just popping around, popping and bopping and clicking on some bodies with the AWP. There we go for Mile. That's going to be double digits found for Oceanus, and now we've got Mac-10s out. What? Okay, we've got the 1 AK from Vulcan, who previously bought a scout, no armor. 4 players are saving some money. Vulcan's fully invested, and I don't understand anything about what's happening here. But
it's going to be a quick B hit. Almost certainly. And you see them already. Well, it's materializing right now. We'll see if the success comes through. Hughes is going to dome Greed, even though he was flashbang. Now he is going to manage to close the gap. Vulcan gets the frag. Vec finds Demon. Back and forth action here. And in fact, Mike, they do have the site. I'm not sure what you saw, but Joel's is going to get one. Go down 1v2. It's madness here on B. Melio going to have to clutch it again. And he takes a nade and goes down to 71 HP. 135 HP combined for Watch This. They're going to try and make sure that Melio doesn't do anything here, but he just spotted out one going to Van, and he will go down to Vulcan. Mike, what on earth is going on?
That's an ace. That's an ace for Vulcan.
Is it?
Yeah, there we go. So 2 of their 4 rounds have been a 4K and an ace, so nicely done for Vulcan here. He's actually 12-12 considering the scoreline. That is impressive. So what I saw that made me just laugh a lot, the player who's playing on the apartments platform there, I'm blanking on positioning. I'll wait till they move into position here again. I think it was Vec. I'm not actually 100% on that. But he tried to drop off and play under window. And no, sorry, Vec was a catwalk player. And his teammate, Vec, threw a molly to be under window to force him out of the spot he had taken. he ticked that Molotov, and the T's then immediately knew where he was and killed him. So Vec just killed his teammate pretty much, forcing him out with a molly. So I guess that was just a miscomp, but it just looked very funny in live action. Uses up on the platform again. Miles gonna get one. Vec's gonna get one. Now they're completely distracted, so that's gonna be 2 more. Not quite the 3K. Demon will need another ace. That's not happening this time around. It is going to be an 11 for half. Very one-sided. 2 hero plays required to even get 2 of those rounds. Watch this. And now they head over to the CT stop.
At least the Mac 10 buyout worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, 11-4 in favor of Oceanus. It's pretty much been them the entire way through here. And we got to see Mile on the op. He was actually a very prolific opper back in the advanced days. I think almost always in the top 3. So he was very, very good with that. In Premier, I don't think it translated immediately to success when he jumped to Premier. I think it was 3 or 4 seasons ago. I can't remember exactly. But here, you know, he's strutting his stuff and showing why Oceanus has had some success when he joined the roster.
Time is mutable, John. Time is meaningless. That's what this last year of quarantine has taught me. This is just... Time is completely subjective in the way it feels. We're going to get the second half on a happier note. More Counter-Strike underway. Look, this is about flowing the way we expected it to. This is what we expected from these 2 teams. Nothing has really defied our expectations yet, except for, you know, a couple really nice individual plays for a couple of the watch this players. They're going to need a few more of those if they're going to bring this one back. And then next map we're headed to is Nuke, so that I really don't expect to have much success on.
Well, I mean, on Nuke, especially on your T side, you need to have set strats in play and a multitude of strats because the CTs have a significant advantage there, as they always have. It's not as much as it has been in the past because they made some nice tweaks to the map, did Valve, which was good to see, but yeah.
I also think it's one of those things where, like, if you have the strats, there's now... Oh, okay, we're just going to talk about the action here. Jet connects 1. He does get a trade elsewhere. They're just going to plant the bomb, having pushed these CTs out of position. It'll be a retake, but they got no utility to do it. That's a good shot for Jet again, but it seems like every time he connects with a head, he has to pay the price with one of his teammates. Okay, he just got another kill. But this time, Eat follows it up. So it's all going to be on the Joels, and Joels just goes straight down to the dirt. Jet with a tasty USP 4K. And watch this, they get a pistol. All right. Okay.
They're proud. I mean, every time Watch This is winning a round, it's a 4K, an ace, a 4K.
Yeah.
It's just the individual plays that come through. If they don't get that individual play, they lose. It's as simple as that. Right now, anyway.
It's pretty much been the story of the game for him. So, 5 Galils. Wow. Okay. This is a crazy second round for us. We never see this. Not even a MAC 10 out. But apparently they have the money for this, so... Power of the Galil now. Gonna go through. Couple smokes thrown through. We're gonna see a pretty straightforward A-take. There are 3 players here, though. I think Greed could be a bit of a thorn in their side, especially... Oh, never mind, he's dead. Now they know where Eat is. Everybody else is dead. Eat survived for a moment. That's a weird spray. Vec started spraying as he came around the corner. Man thought he had a negative. Bomb's gonna go down. And now, we'll see if the retake can be on. They do have a molly. Firebox could be a dangerous spot for use. Comes the Molotov, and there comes the swing, and the kill as well, so that's fine. Vulcan has a decision to make. He's running out of time. He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have any util now to cover this off. He knows where 1 player is, but only 1. There's a spot on Vec, gets that kill. They just need to play time on it. They don't need to force this fight, but they're going to. And Hughes will fortunately walk away from it. His 3rd kill, an upgrade for himself, and Oceanus, they win the force buy.
That was actually a pretty decent play by Vulcan, you know, smoking off a ramp, and he isolated a couple of players, got 2 1v1s for himself, then finally got traded out, but he could have gotten that. Not too shabby. But still, it's going to be a 12th round for Oceanus, and the force buy worked out for them, so they're going to continue on with a couple of Galils, an AK, a MAC 10, and the AUG picked up off the ground from the previous round. Smoke thrown for window. They're going to spam through that. Throw a Molotov as well for anyone that might be back there. But Vulcan's going to be the one to get the opening frag. He's been pretty good. In fact, the best player for his roster, but it doesn't last long. Joel sprays him down with the AUG. Mile gets the headshot on Eat, and the round could be over. Maybe not, Mike. You do have Wen coming through with the deagle. He's been solid in the past. Gets the shot over on Mile. Looking for another one here on the bench player, but doesn't connect. Now he does connect on Joel's to get him down to 43, and his teammate comes through with the CZ to tick him down even further. Hughes going to go down to 29. They're getting chipped at, Mike, here. But not going down our Oceanus. Still a chance for watch this. A 3v3. Trying to find an opening pick on this retake. Wen doesn't see anything. And everyone's just hiding for Oceanus, waiting for watch this to come to them. And they have no reason not to push out here. I mean, they could save the body armor, but just try. Demon gets one. Wen a second, but now it's a 1v1 between Wen and Use. The 3K. The triple coming through for him. 13-5 in favor of Oceanus.
There we go. Wen tripled his kill count in that one. Nearly got them around. It was his time to shine, man. It was his time to shine.
Yeah. That was a nice shot. That first shot was really,
It
really
was.
nice.
It was. I'll be honest. I was taken aback. It surprised me. Now there's only one player on site, and it seems like they're going for a straightforward A play. 4 players in window, so it could get weird. Could get funky if the scout can connect. The scout can't connect. Now I don't think they're too worried. Good molly in. Gonna segment these players. Scouts retrieve. Scouts down again. Round's over.
Yep.
Maybe one can do some funky stuff again. Nope, not this time.
Not this time.
Got a USP 4K in the pistol round. Got another one of those in you, Jack. Team ace? Not quite a team ace. Joel's was greedy. He took 2. Share with Melio. Share with Melio. Give us a team ace.
Oceanus are gonna take the 14-5 lead.
Look, John, sometimes you gotta make your own fun.
Yeah, I hear you. As we're going into round number 20 here, watch this. Will have a, well, full buy-up in terms of rifles, but utility is extremely lacking, which spells trouble for them, but maybe they can just frag out. Eat's going to get the opening frag over on Joel's to make it a quick 5v4, and you see Melio pushing up here, trying to make some noise in the B apartments, throws the Molotov. He's attracting the attention of a couple of players, but still, Oceanus doesn't have mid-control, and a couple of players are pincering in here. Jet is at underpass, but Greed's going to go down to Vec.
Someone checking him? No one's checking him. He's going to get a free kill here. There's the trade, though. Nicely done by Hughes. That could have been dangerous. If he gets 2 there, I think the round's pretty tough to recover. Wen does get a trade. Now he's got control on towards Catwalk. Ooh, gets destroyed. Not going to shoot back here. And they've escaped. Up top mid. Bomb's going to make its way through the apartments. Now they should be all right. Here's the chase, though. That's the moment. That's the moment for Eat. The bite's a little bit too large for him, though. He's going to go up underpass. He's running this. Was that enough for Mile to hear it? Now it is. Knows exactly where he's coming from. He's trying to get the chase as they get out apps, but nope, they're already through. Use can plant. No problem there. Mile will just hold for him. This should be in the bag, and actually Use has enough time to get the bomb down, turn around, and get the shot to boot. So that's map point found. 15-5. This one should be quick. Use is having a really nice game. 22-7.
Yeah, man.
That's nice.
He's been playing well for them. I think even in the quadruple overtime match, he did have a decent scoreline. Joel's was at the top, the only one with a positive kill death differential. But yeah, Hughes is good. He's playing well. 10 match points for Oceanus. You don't hear that very often in Premier, but it does happen. Beck is going to get one on Eat, but Jet and Greed will get a couple. Auto shotty. Yeah. Miles going to get another frag, and maybe not over. Yeah, watch this, going to make something happen. Jet gets 2 at 3K for him on the round, and they get a 6th round. That came out of nowhere. They just couldn't get past A ramp. Could Oceanus, and watch this, pounced on the opportunity.
Yeah, they went for a fast A ramp play, and watch this just hucked a million nades that direction and then spammed the heck out of it. I really thought that XM was going to feast, but then he caught a flash full on in the face, and
yeah,
it was everyone else. It was the CZ who got kills. So, hey, take it. Watch this. Slightly better in the weapons department here. Although, even here, you've got 2,500 on Wen. You've got 2,400 to spare on Demon. You can't take it with you, guys. You can't take it with you. It doesn't carry over to next game. I don't know. I think they're just not coordinated.
It's strange.
Jones gets a kill. Player's going to come flying out mid. Vulcan, there's no way he gets away with this, and indeed he doesn't. Vex going to walk in behind a player. Could have even gotten a knife there. But he did lose a teammate, and he wanted to get the follow-up on Demon. Oh, he's going to lose that fight to Demon. Rifle against MP9, headshot angle. And Demon takes it away, and now it's all falling apart. And by Demon, I mean Eat, because they're all Demon.
Yeah.
It's confusing me that they put the tag, I guess, after their name. Mile on a 1v2. Do you believe, John?
I do, because it's a 1v1 onto the B site, and Eat is so far away from Wen. Thing is,
he's gonna peek it.
Mile.
He's not looking. Oh, he's dead. He's backing into it. Is he? Oh, he's really tucked. Okay? If he had been playing back van, Mile had just backed into him, not even checking it. Could have gotten that shot. 10 ways to Sunday. I thought he was going to have it, but no. Comes down to the 1v1, and now he can take whatever position he wants. And we're probably going to hear Eat Thunderfooting this because he's got to get here close. And so playing Catwalk, he might get the audio cue. Definitely has the audio cue now. All right, here he comes. Has the angle, has the shot, deletes, and that's going to be the game, John. That is going to be the game. Boom,
Wow.
back on screen.
Yeah, great job by Mile to clutch that one out. But I mean, as mentioned, it was a 1v1 onto the site, and Eat, I don't know why he was still so far away. I think he was trying to rotate around into T-spawn or something, then came back through Palace, and yeah. Oh well, I mean, watch this. Don't really pull much together. There were a couple of rounds where there were some flashes, but it was mostly individual plays. 3 kills or more coming in upon one player, I think, in almost every single one of those 6-round victories. And yeah, what else is there to say, Mike? It's just Oceanus all the way.
Not much. There's not really a strategic breakdown to do there. It's individual play or nothing happens there for Watch This. We'll see if they can put it together a bit more on Nuke. I'm not optimistic, but we're going to find out after